Welcome to today's episode in the micro-learning series. Today we're going to be looking at Gantt chart. And if you have not looked at the videos on project scheduling and you have no idea what a Gantt chart is, then you probably want to watch the video on project schedule. And I will link them in the video here so you can take a look. A Gantt chart is a tool that provides a visual representation. It is essentially a series of bars that are placed against a timeline. Historically, it was created by Henry Gantt in the 1900s. So let's just take a look at an example. If we had these 4 activities and we have initiation is going to take 5 days, we know it's going to start 5/5. If you look over here, you will see that there's a bar that has been put against a timeline. And if I were to say the initiate, once that's done, I'm going to do the planning. So I'm going to have this be dependent on that. Once that bar is done, then it jumps and creates the other bar. And I can continue this process. And then I will have the bars here. If I go in and I change and say execute, it's going to take 20 days. And close out is only going to take 3 days. So now I have the bars that are showing that these dependents are a little more straightforward. When one is finished, the other one starts. If you were to look at a more involved project, you can see that we've used the hierarchy and it's showing the parent as a bar for planning, and then it shows a kickoff and it shows the planning for that, and there is a parallel maintenance activity that's happening in the warehouse, and we're doing loading. That's right here. So you can have more complexity happening than a simple, straightforward Gantt that shows just things flowing into each other. But the essence of it is that the Gantt shows you a flow of where it is. And if you notice, there's a broken line here that tells you where we are in time. So if this activity were to start today, let me change that. It moves the whole Gantt relative to this timeline. So in the midst of a project, you can sort of see where you are. And this thing comes with other features where if you are tracking percentage complete, the Gantt gives you a visual. You notice you have this little bar inside of the rectangle to show you where you are in terms of completion. And we know that if we're only 75% through planning and today is here, it means we are behind schedule. So it offers that visual. So the tasks are laid out in a column. It shows the duration and it does dependence links, and it also allows you to track percentages. The visuals, project visibility is one thing that is a lot easier. It shows potential bottlenecks, and again, it can show resource optimization. And what do I mean by that? So if we looked at this Gantt and we wanted to see what is assigned to the admin team or the construction team, you can create a filter here and say this is construction@me.com. We want to look at what is assigned to that set of crew, and it shows you, and they now have a Gantt that can show them where it is. So because you can superimpose these features where you can do a filter as well as look at the Gantt, it gives you a very powerful insight into resource and resource allocation. So that's a useful thing. Popular tools for creating Gantt chart, Microsoft projects. You can even use an Excel template, Visio, Smartsheet. There's one called Team Gantt and Matchware, which are not as popular. Asana has a Gantt view, more called a timeline. So these are some of the tools that can be utilized to create that. So best practices for effective Gantt. Make sure your task is broken down into measurable tasks with clear deliverables. tasks that you can track and assign to in an ideal case, one lead to be responsible for managing that task. It shows dependencies, and you absolutely should be updating this on a regular basis, where you are going in and filling in the percentage complete. So let's say the construction team just didn't do any of this, and these are at 100%, and this one is only at 45, and the rest are at 0. So you would do that on a daily basis to make sure you are seeing the updates. And if things change, obviously a part of what the scheduling is, it allows you to adjust the date. Like if we had a delay in this task here and it's not going to start 6/3 anymore, it's going to start 6/6, you go ahead and you change that, and it pushes out everything else that's dependent on it. And if you notice, it leaves these bars right here because that shows you where the original schedule was. So you can sort of see the slip in a visual sense. All right, so make sure you're sharing this with your team so that your team can be updated on it. And until next time, we are going to continue our microlearning series. But as I said, if you want to get deeper into schedules, there's a full-length video that I'm going to link here that will take you into schedules. But I wanted to just touch base with Gantt chart and wanted you to see what a Gantt chart looks like and how to get a couple of things done with it. All right, so until next microlearning series or next full-length video, this is Rohan saying, have a good one.